What is up, guys? So today I have here the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience with this device and whether or not I can recommend it to you, or if I think you should skip it, and if it's just overall a good budget phone. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is just overall design. So the Galaxy S23 FE is honestly pretty similar to the S24 series, which as you can see, that's what I'm filming with, the S24 Plus. And I mean, it looks pretty similar. I would say it looks probably more similar to the S23 series than the 4 because the cameras are smaller. It does have it does have glass at the back and aluminum sides. Obviously glass at the front, so for like durability and stuff, it's really nice. We just have 3 cameras at the side, flat back, slightly rounded sides, but honestly, I think it feels super premium, especially for a $500 price point. So for design, it's really nice. We do, although unfortunately, have pretty chunky bezels, but for, like I said, a $500 phone, that's not that bad. Okay, and for the display, I just said, has pretty chunky bezels, and just for the display size itself, it's a 6.4-inch display, so it's honestly a pretty comfortable design and size. It has 120 Hz refresh rate. It's a AMOLED panel, so it is very snappy, especially when paired with the animations of One UI 6.1. It honestly feels so nice and premium, and just honestly, I would say it's a good display. It has 1700 nits of peak brightness. I think I'll put it on screen if I'm wrong. So honestly, it has a pretty good display all around. The only thing I don't like is, what I said, the really chunky bezels. We do have a pretty small camera, hole punch cutout for the selfie camera. So that's really nice. The only thing, like I said, I don't like about the screen is just the bezels. But other than that, it's a super nice screen. And now for the most important aspect of any phone that, I review and just in general, and that is the cameras. So the Galaxy S23 FE has 4 cameras total. We have 3 at the back and 1 at the front. So we have a main 50 megapixel sensor. We have a ultra wide and a telephoto lens for the 3 at the back. And for the front, we have a 12 megapixel selfie camera. So yeah, overall for the camera megapixel count, it's really good, but obviously the megapixel count does not matter. It's how this device actually performs when it comes to taking photos, and honestly, I think it does a really great job. I'll put some on screen so you can see the, just quality and stuff like that. The only thing that I don't think it does that well is in night conditions, but even then, it still does, honestly, I would say a really, really nice job. Yeah, so when it comes to cameras, it's definitely a good aspect. And now for performance and battery life. So the Galaxy S23 FE is running Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is 3 years old at this point. At the time, it was just a 1-year-old chip, but now obviously we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. So it's still a good processor. It's fast enough for a mid-range phone. It's definitely better than a lot out there. It's very smooth. It's, like I said, it can handle tasks really well. It does not overheat, and also, performance obviously ties into battery life. And as you can see, it's at 16% and it's 5:25 p.m. And this was last charged, and I've been using this for my daily phone, and was last daily charged at, or just reached 15%. It was last daily charged at it was 12 o'clock last night. So battery life is really good. For light usage, you can get 2 days. For heavy usage, you can just get past a day. You will have to charge at night. So for battery life, it's definitely good. But for a mid-range phone, I would say it's pretty average. But if you're comparing it to a, top-of-the-line phone, it's definitely not going to get you the same results. So I'm definitely happier with performance than I am with the battery life, but that doesn't mean that the battery life is bad on this phone. It's just not the greatest. So with all that said, can I recommend this device to you after like 9 months of usage? I can definitely say yes. It's a great phone. It has some weak points. Like I said, the battery life isn't the best. It doesn't have the best processor, which means it doesn't have top tier performance. But for a $500 phone, I'm sure you can find it cheaper on Amazon, or you can find it on eBay or something. I just obviously be careful when you're using eBay. It's honestly great for the price range. Just if you're expecting like top of the line flagship qualities, don't buy this phone, because you're not going to be getting what you're expecting if you're just going to be expecting that. But, you know, like I said, it's still a great phone. And for a budget phone, which is really important to keep in mind, it's really important. And I think it's a really great phone, especially for $500. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you in my next video, and I'll see you then.